Good morning, Mom. Happy Thursday morning. I'm not sure what time it is. Probably getting pretty close to 6. Let me look because I need to make sure. Yeah, it's 10 till 6. And I had to get up and get moving a little bit earlier this morning. Today's the day the guys come in to do the chicken pen to enclose it. And we can't find the zip ties that go to, we can't find them. I haven't been out to the shop, to the little red building to look for them yet, but I've been out there 2 or 3 times and I haven't seen them. So I'm trying to wait for the sun to come up a little bit. So I thought, well, I'll get ready a little bit early. That way, if I have to run to, I'm guessing it would be Walmart. I don't know what time Lowe's opens. I'll have to look them up because I have to be at work by 8 o'clock and I wanted to get there a little bit early today. So anyway, I'm getting ready a little bit early. I already had my shower, semi-dried my hair. I'm going with curly, crazy hair today. I am still going to pull it up just because it's going to drive me nuts. So I'm hoping, I have to be at work by 8 o'clock at the latest, but I was hoping to get there a few minutes early this morning so that hopefully I can get in there and talk to the instructors and see if they'll walk me through what I missed yesterday so that I'm not behind the rest of the class. So, and hoping that the internet's back up and running. Surely it is. But like I said, we did find out that it was a large portion of town. So something big must have happened, but I just don't know what. I haven't heard. So, but I would assume with that many businesses down that they're trying to get it fixed pretty quickly. Anyway, so hopefully I've got time. I'm hoping I don't have to go to the store. I'm hoping I can go out there and find them. And Jeremy's always had this big Rubbermaid tub full of all different sizes of zip ties. So it's out there somewhere. I just don't know where because we still have so much stuff down in the basement that's in boxes. But it seems like I've seen them, that they're not in a box. But that may not be true. Because Mason and I got out there, I don't know, it had to have been last year because it was while he was staying with us. And he helped me. We put a bunch of stuff together and so, just kind of picking stuff up and condensing stuff. And so one of us may have thrown them in a box that I just don't remember. So I don't know. But anyway, so that's on my agenda this morning. Go figure that out. That's pretty much it. I got up, made breakfast. I made us some, I had some of that leftover, not leftover, but in the package of the, what is it called? The Canadian bacon. I don't know why. I never can remember what that's called. I didn't use the whole package on the pizza last night. I only used a couple of pieces. And so I fried a couple of those up and did some eggs. And I just made us some little breakfast sandwiches, and they were really good this morning. So we've eaten, I only ate half. Jeremy does the same thing. We eat half that early in the morning and then wait. And I usually take mine to work, and he takes his to work and eats it once he gets there. Because usually because we don't go to lunch, we eat at 4:30 in the morning, 4:15 to 4:30, somewhere in there in the morning. And by like 10 o'clock in the morning, we're both getting pretty hungry, but neither one of us go to lunch until noon. So somewhere in there, we like to have some kind of a snack. But this morning, I don't want to eat on camera since our training is all on camera. So I'm going to try to eat mine a little bit early because I know I'm going to get hungry. So I'm going to try to eat mine just before I get to work. And that way it'll hold me over until lunch. So that's it, I guess, for now. I'm going to get my shoes on, put my hair up, find me some kind of earrings. I don't know what I'm gonna wear. I may wear the same ones that kept falling out the other day because they're laying right here, and they've got, I'm wearing a little red dress. But I got the backs this time, so I'm not fighting the goofy things. I don't know why they kept falling out, but anyway, these are here, so that's what I'm going to wear. And I can't think of anything else. I'll show you, I'll show you the chicken pen when I get home this evening, which I'm pretty excited about. I really am. I'm anxious to see it. I've been wanting to put that thing up for I don't know how long. I mean, we've had it, like I said, for over, it's definitely been over a year. We may be getting pretty close to 2 years, because actually it has to be 2 years, because I got that fairly soon after we moved here. Yeah, and it's been up. The frame has been put together. I put it together right after I got it. But then we decided we didn't really want the chickens out where they were. There's not any water right there where that was. Well, there were several issues with it. The water, there's some water fairly close, but I had to run it. Although I guess I have to run it where it's at now, so that must not have been that big a difference. But we really wanted them inside the chicken pen or inside the yard, because it's just more protected for them. If they got out or anything, it's just more protected. And I like having them run the yard. So anyway, so it's been out there for 2 years. So I've got to find these zip ties that were laying around 2 years. Anyway, I talked to Keely and Zach last night. Well, Keely, I just saw Zach. He was just on camera. But Keely was showing me, we were video chatting, and she was showing me their little garden. And oh, Mom, you got to see it. Hopefully, I told her the other day that she ought to do some videos that I can attach to these so you can see them too. And I think she's wanting to try that. But Zach has just done so much work on that little garden. It looks so good. I'm so proud of them. They've done really well. They had some Brussels sprouts going, and some lettuce, and some broccoli. The cold weather stuff. They had a lot of those going. He started quite a few seeds, and has some tomatoes and peppers, I think, and some loofah. I gave her a ton of loofah seeds. Oh my gosh, Mom, if you were close, next time I see you, if you guys want to plant some loofahs, I think those are good for the chickens. I need to look that up, because if it is, those are so easy to grow, and or they're easy for me. I know a lot of people say that they're hard, that they had a really hard time. I did not. Oh my gosh, they just took off. But they will, if you planted any, they will completely cover anything. It's a vine, and they will take over anything. So just FYI, if you decide to plant some. But I'm just wondering, it would be kind of a cool thing to grow like up the side of the chicken pen, and then they could eat it. And I could, if they're safe for them, because I've been thinking about doing that with some pumpkins or squash or something like that, and kind of let the vine grow close to their pen, and then have it as just some extra chicken feed, because they love pumpkin, and the pumpkin seeds are really good for them. So anyway, I got to quit talking. I don't need to stay on here that long. Like I said, I've got to get out and see if I can find those. But I will see you back here this afternoon, and I'll show you the chicken pen and see how it looks. So I'll see you here in a little bit. Have a good day. Hey, Mama. Okay, I am done with work. I actually got to work from home today. I got all the way to work this morning, and my boss met me out in the parking lot, and she said, internet's still down. So she asked if I could get online from home, and I said, yeah. So they let me come home, and I expected them to call me back, after an hour or two, something like that. But it was after lunch, right after lunch. Actually, it was right in the middle of lunch, because I think it was right at 12:30. And so I asked her, I said, well, do you want me to come back, or do you want me to just work from home? and she let me just stay there, which I was glad, because I was gonna have to hurry to get everything packed back up, you know, and get back to work and be logged back on by 1 o'clock. So I was really glad that she said to just wait, you know, until tomorrow. So anyway, but I wanted to show you the guy came and did the pen today. So hang on, let me show you. Okay, so here's their pen that they're in now. Miss Goldie over there. And then this is the large run that they're gonna have. They're gonna have so much more space. I'm so happy for it. I'm excited to have this here, but anyway, so yeah, he came and put the stuff all the way around it. I'm so excited. And the door's back over here. We're not sure if we're gonna leave it in this position or not, but yeah, it looks so good. So good. It'll be nice to have them over there, give them way more room, but I'm not sure how I'm gonna do the tunnel yet, which direction. I've got to go from the back of the pen they're in now, because that's where the hole's at. So, but our problem is like right here, the back of the pen's over there. My original idea was, and I may still have to do it, was to run a tunnel just kind of in a semicircle over here to the edge of this one, because all this right here is a hill. So this pen is not going to sit flat. So that was my original idea, but then Jeremy thought it was too far, and to do a tunnel would be obviously a lot more work. To go from, trying not to move the camera too fast so you can see it, to go from there all the way around to over there. So we were going to set the pen right here where Goldie is sitting now, and to run it the same direction that the old pen is, just sit it beside it. And we may still have to do that. I don't know, because this is pretty flat right through here. So, I don't know. While I've got you right here, I might as well show you Miss Goldie. How you doing, girl? How you doing, girl? What's going on? Here she is. Here she is. She does not like the dogs coming near her. I am so irritated. I've just been walking around out here and talking to you, and I just realized my camera was not on, so I have no idea what I was saying. So you probably ought to be glad that I didn't film it, because I'm just rambling again. But when I was talking, I was walking toward the garden, so I just wanted to show you. I might as well give you a garden update if I'm going to be out here. Okay, so here is, you might be able to see the pear trees a little bit better right now. They have all the buds that are on them. Well, that were buds, were flowers. They're all over it. I know you're not going to be able to see. I know you're not going to be able to see all of that, but anyway, they were covered in little pears last year. They probably will this year too. Last year hang on, there's one. I can see one here. A little baby pear. There you go. But last year we really fought fire blight, and I didn't do everything that was needed to correct it. So I'm not sure if we'll see. We'll see if we get a decent harvest off of them. I'm not sure. But anyway, here's my garlic. It's looking so much better. We got some rain just a few minutes ago. We're supposed to get some more here tonight, but it's definitely looking so much better. This is my first time getting a decent garlic harvest, so hopefully this will be a good one. Unless we move and then, you know, nothing else. I still have not done anything else, but look at all these flowers. All these just weeds, really, but we leave them for the bees. We need to mow them here pretty soon, but nothing else is planted out here yet. I am planning on coming out here and getting a few more things, but I want you to see, I had forgotten that we had this dogwood tree back here. Look at this, Mom. It is absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. These blooms are just incredible. And I don't remember them having a smell before, but they definitely do. They definitely have a smell. So anyway, that's my garden update, which is absolutely nothing other than the garlic I've got planted. My asparagus is coming back. I could have harvested some off of it already. It actually looks like there's a couple out here that I could harvest now. Let me get over here to them. Anyway, I want to show you, I've got some asparagus. And look, there's one I could harvest now. They'll just keep popping up. And if you don't pick them, then they just turn into this big fern. I don't know if you've ever grown asparagus before. I don't think I ever have. This is the first time I've ever seen it. Actually, I see one more little baby right there that we'll be able to harvest here probably in a couple of days. Anyway, but other than let's see, so I've got the garlic, that asparagus that just comes back all the time. We didn't plant that, the people that were here before did. And I'm pretty sure that last year was the 3rd year for it. And they say it takes a good 3 years, 2 to 3 years to get a harvest. And there's probably a couple that I could have harvested last year, but it would have been like one piece here and there, not really much. So we just left it and let it just keep growing. So we might actually get a little bit of harvest off of it this year. And then I have my blueberries. Let me show you these. This is one of the blueberry bushes here. It's looking pretty good, and there's lots of tons of little bitty baby blueberries all over it. So hopefully, look at all those. Hopefully we'll get quite a few. There was one more here, it has died. But then these right here are also blueberries. This one here, there's that one died too. And then I have this one here. So I've got 3 that are still alive. This one's got quite a few little buds all over it. Whoops, right there. So we've got a few things out here that are growing. This is another, I keep turning the camera, sorry. This is another great big pear tree. We have 3 total pear trees. And it actually looks better this year than last year, but we'll see. The ends of the what would you call them? The ends of the branches, I guess, would start from the tip and go in, it would just start turning black and the leaves dying, and it affects the fruit. I don't really completely understand what it is, but you're supposed to heavily, from what I understand, give it some really good nutrients, some really good just fertilizer and stuff, and then trim it way back, just really cut it back. And we had planned on coming out and doing that, and we never did get out here and do it. So I don't know. And they say it's real, it spreads easy between the trees, and it will affect pears and apples. I'm not sure if there's anything else, but pears and apples, I remember that it would give it back and forth to each other. So they said when you trim the leaves or trim all the branches off of whatever you're cutting off, to burn them. They said don't let them mulch, don't let them do anything, because that whatever is in it will live in the soil. So I don't know, we'll see. We'll see if it does any better. The fertilizer was a big deal to really, and so we heavily fertilized them last year. I was honestly afraid that I had over fertilized and had caused some problems. So I want to show you these other 2 bushes. I don't know what they are, but they're just so pretty, or I guess they're a bush. I don't know what they are. Look at these. There's another one back over there. They are so pretty, and they have these little clusters of flowers all over. It actually just kind of looks like baby's breath to me. So pretty. And they're huge. I mean, the little clusters of flowers are small. Let me put my hand up next to it so you can see what I'm talking about. See? So the little clusters are not super big, but they're just covered all over. I need to cut some off and go put them in the house and see how they look in like a vase or something sitting on the counter. Anyway, I didn't intend for this to be a yard tour to show you all of this stuff, but I'm out here, so I might as well. I don't have anything else really to talk about, to be honest, because I stayed home and I had to work all day and was in training all day. So it wasn't like I was free to do anything, but it was really nice to, you know, at break time, I could run in and let the dogs out for a couple of minutes and went and fixed me a cup of coffee and, you know, little things like that that I'm like, I could get used to this. It wouldn't be too bad working if I could stay home and actually get a few things done. I was able to pick up a couple of things in the kitchen, although I still didn't get my dishes washed. I really needed to do that and wasn't able to. So anyway, but that's all I'm doing. I figured I'd come out, and I hadn't seen the pen since he left, or I hadn't been up here at all actually this to see it or anything, and I hadn't collected eggs yet, so I just got eggs and figured I would record for a minute. This is about the time I normally record anyway, so that's it. Let me show you. I've got a few little daffodils left. Let me show you. See? Got a few little blooms left. Not many. Most of them have died off and they're just, it's just the grassy part left, but I have a few left. Let me turn you this way. There's a few over there too. And it's all the little white ones. There were quite a few of the yellow ones too, but they actually all came on early, and then the white ones came later, so they're all gone. But it's definitely coming on spring and I love it. I'm always ready for every season change. Well, except summer. I could do without summer. I know we need the heat, but oh my gosh, it's just so hot. But I'm always ready for fall. I'm ready for winter. I'm ready for spring. Every year, it's just, I like the change, I guess. I've always said that, you know, I would rather live in one of those, like a tropical climate where it stays, you know, 75 to 85 degrees year round. You know, it's just always growing season, always whatever. And even though that sounds really nice, to be completely honest, I love the changes. And I think my perfect place would be one that you actually have all 4 seasons, where you could really enjoy a couple of months of snow, a couple of months of sun, and a little heat, and the spring and fall. I mean, I think I like the change. I like the constant change. So anyway, I'm going to go in here and figure out what I'm going to do for dinner. I have no idea what that's going to be. And I need to call Jeremy. He tried to call while I was videoing just a minute ago, so I need to call him back and see if he wants to, if he's got plans or something. I'm not really sure what he's got going. And then just kind of sit and relax for the night. Get ready for another day tomorrow. Jeremy's off tomorrow, so we don't have to get up at 4. And that's pretty much it. So I will see you back here, at least to tell you good night tonight. I love you. I'll see you in a little bit. Good morning, Mama. How are you doing this morning? I completely forgot to record last night before we went to bed, so I'm sorry. We went to bed pretty early. I mean, I guess it was really regular time. We just sat there and watched TV, and just got tired, and so we went to bed. And I was already in bed, and I thought, oh man, I forgot to do a recording. So, but I was too tired to get back up, so I'm sorry. Jeremy just left he's going to go get us something for breakfast this morning. He usually does that most of the time on Fridays and sometimes on Sundays. So there's a little burrito taco hut thing that we like, and so he'll go over and get those sometimes, usually on Fridays, so I don't have to cook. Because since we get to sleep in, it's kind of nice. I get an extra hour or 2 of sleep, and then I get breakfast and I don't have to cook it, so that makes it good. We got a bunch of rain. It rained pretty much all night long. It's raining right now. I let the puppies out. They don't stay out very long when it's raining. The problem is they go to the bathroom on our porch, which is kind of irritating because then we have to clean it off. because they don't want to get wet. So, I mean, they don't always do it, but somebody did today. Anyway, they're funny. Frank's, they trim him so short, that when the rain hits him, he looks like he's got polka dots. Oh goodness. Today's Friday. So I'll probably put some kind of casserole or something together for tomorrow. Still haven't talked to Austin. And now that I'm saying that, it seems like Jeremy said he talked to Austin. I can't remember what they said. I don't remember now. I don't know. I'm going to have to ask him again because now I don't remember. And what my whole point was to say, I don't know if we're going to see him or not this weekend. We may take in that mattress and just see his new apartment and stuff, but I'm not sure. And actually, I think that's probably it. I did ask Jeremy if he'd go, since he's off today, he's going to go get feed for me for the chickens. So, and it's a little bitty feed store, just a little mom and pop feed store. And inside they make burgers and stuff. And the burgers are so good. So he's gonna, I think what we were talking about last night is for lunch today, because I usually meet him for lunch or he comes and picks me up for lunch. I think he's going to go get feed and pick up burgers while he's there, and then I'm just going to come home and eat a burger with him. So I think I'll do that for lunch. Other than that, I don't think we have any plans for tonight. So just another regular day. And I'll go to work. I got to go to work today. The internet, I think I did tell you, the internet did come back on at work yesterday. They messaged me just right after lunch. So I got to go back to work. It was nice being home. I wish they would let us do that a little bit more, because it was nice. It was nice. And I mean, you have to stay logged in. I mean, you're on camera. You have to be on camera the whole time. So, I mean, they know I'm there. I don't know. It'd be nice if they'd let us stay home, but whatever. So, I got to get ready to go to work, and that's it. So, I'll leave it at that, and then I guess I'll see you here this evening. I love you. Hey, Mom. Happy Friday afternoon. Got home from work. Been home from work for a little bit. Nothing special today. I did finish work, and another day of training down. It went pretty good. We did our first assessment today, and I missed one question out of 10, so I made a 90. And I was so aggravated because I knew that I got it wrong. I did the assessment, and I was pretty confident in all of them. And then I reread them all one more time before I had to send it in. And I still thought everything was fine. And a few minutes after, I was just kind of looking over it, and I'm like, it was the very first question. And I knew I had it wrong. But anyway, I still made a 90. But I was aggravated because I know I made the mistake. But other than that, nothing crazy went on. Jeremy went and got my chicken feed for me, so I don't have to go do that. And had somebody call that's interested in the house, so we're waiting to see. I'm hoping that they come do a showing. We'll see. And honestly, that's about it. We picked up the house a little bit this morning. before I went to work. We had a little bit of time. And so we did most of that. And I mean, today's been really simple. I haven't done anything. Jeremy went and bought us a little piece of pie from that little bakery that there is here in town. And so we've got a piece of pie in there. We did go for dinner tonight, so I broke my rule about not wanting to go out to eat this week. We went by and got some barbecue. That's what we just ran and got some. I didn't have anything laid out. I didn't feel like cooking, so I was being lazy again. So went and got that, and he's got the pie in there. I think he said one was a pecan pie, which is not my favorite, but he loves pecan pie. And the other one was a lemon ice box. I haven't had that one before. Not from there. So sounds good though. I usually like anything lemon. But I guess that's it. I mean, don't have anything planned. Yeah, I don't think we've got anything planned other than if we go take the mattress to Austin. But if we do that, I don't think it'll be until Sunday because Austin has to work on Saturday. So I don't think we'll do that. It'll be Sunday. So that's pretty much it. We're gonna go sit down and watch some TV and just relax for a little bit. So if I can think of anything else, I will come back. I love you. I'll see you in a little bit. Hello, Mom. I hope you've had a really, really good weekend. I have been horrible at doing these videos, so it is Saturday night. I did not do a video before I went to bed last night, and I did not do a video when I got up this morning. And we've just been busy. We went ahead and went to Austin's today and took him that mattress, and it just was today was just really the day to do it, so we did. And really, most of it was driving. We spent the whole day driving. The moving the mattress, and we helped him with a love seat. And I mean, that whole thing probably took a total of 30 minutes. The rest of the time it was just driving, but we did get to visit for a little bit. And that's really all we've done. We hung out around the house this morning for a little bit until it was time to go to help him. We left about noon, I think, something like that, and we just got home. So, and it's I think it's 8:00. Oh, it's 8:26. So we got home. I put on my pajamas, and we are going to go sit in front of the TV for a few minutes and then go to bed. So, but I wanted to get on and at least tell you hello for another day. But I'm going to lump all these videos. You'll see I'll probably do Friday, Saturday, and probably even Sundays all on one video. So there'll be a couple of days there without a video. But I just didn't get a chance to record, and really haven't had that much going on. And like I said, today it was all driving. We've been driving all day, so nothing else to report. We drove along and talked and sang songs along with the radio, and I played a little game on my phone. I mean, seriously, nothing. But we did get to visit with Austin and the baby for a little bit. That was nice. We probably stayed there and visited for a couple hours, I guess, and got to see his apartment. He's real excited about it. It's a real cute a nice little place. So he said, he told me the other day that he felt grown up or something along that line, and I thought that was funny because baby's got his own room, and they've got a little backyard and everything. So he's real excited about that. And tomorrow I'm planning on working in the garden. I did pick me up a couple of 3 tomato plants that are already, I picked up the plants. I had the seeds, but I gave all those to Keely and Zach, so just going to let them do those. but I want to get those in the garden, and I want to try to get my chicken tunnel made to get my chickens where they can have their full run now, and give them some more space. So I've got a pretty full day that we're planning tomorrow, and we're going to meet Keely and Zach for lunch, I think. I messaged her, but as of right now, I haven't seen if I've gotten a message back. So, but hopefully sometime tomorrow we'll get to see them if they're not busy doing something. We've been trying to get together for a few days, and I talked to Alex last night. Yeah, last night. I think it was last night. The days are all running together, and I told him, I said, we need to all get together since we're all relatively close. We need to at least find a meeting point and go meet for dinner one night or something. So, but everybody sounds pretty good on their end, and I guess no news is good news with everybody. So everybody's just busy. Kids in school, and everybody's working and going to school and all that. Everybody's just busy all the time. So, anyway, but I felt guilty for not recording anything last night or this morning, so I wanted to at least get on here and tell you good night and Shabbat Shalom. Very late Shabbat Shalom. I had intended to call you today. You didn't hear from me, but I intend to call you tomorrow, so I'll probably talk to you before this video even comes out. But I just wanted to get on and tell you I love you, and I will talk to you tomorrow. I will record when I'm out working and kind of give you some updates of what I'm doing out there, and that's about it. So anyway, I hope you had a good weekend, and I will talk to you in the morning. I love you. Good morning, Mom. Happy Sunday morning. It is, I think it's 9. Oh, it's 9:30. And I've been wanting to get out here and work in the yard. Jeremy's been wanting to get out and mow. And look, well, I don't know if you can see it on the camera. It's actually not raining right at this moment, but it's been raining, and there's thunder and all kinds of stuff out there. The forecast only showed like a 20% chance of scattered showers, but it's been raining for the last hour, and it's still thundering, and I mean, it's still pretty cloudy out there. So we'll see. We are supposed to meet Keely and Zach for lunch today. So I went in and took a shower and decided we'd just wait until after. We're doing an early lunch. We're going to meet them about 11:30, I think. And so we're just going to get ready to go, and then hopefully all this has passed whenever we're done. And try to fix this. My camera's kind of crooked. Anyway, hopefully it's all done by the time we're done eating lunch, so we can come back and do some work. Jeremy's really wanting to get the yard out here mowed, and there's a bunch of great big weeds. Oh, I can't point. Oh, right over there. It's backwards, so I can't point. Anyway, he's wanting to get a bunch of weeds and stuff pulled, and we've been putting some weed and feed on this part of the yard. We don't do it up at the top because I don't want it by my garden, but we've been putting it out here, and we both decided that it's feeding the weeds and not weeding and feeding, because the weeds have just gone crazy. It didn't seem to work, and the last few times it has. We thought that it was doing really well, but the yard is really patchy right now, and I'm sure you can see that. It's really patchy, and I don't know. Anyway, so we gotta get out here and do some yard work. So anyway, so it'll probably be later this afternoon before I'm able to show you what I'm doing. But I figured I'd get in here and give you an update, because why not? Anyway, so I guess I will see you back here this afternoon whenever we are finally able to do some work, unless it rains all day and we're not. And even then, I will come back. No matter what, even if I have to get up tonight, if I lay down and realize I hadn't done a good night video, I will get back up and say good night so that I can wrap up these videos. Because I will probably do what did I say? Friday, Saturday, and then today. So 3 days in one. So there'll be a couple of days without a video, but there just wasn't much to say. And then, of course, I forgot to record Friday night. And was it Friday night and yesterday morning? Or last night? Now I can't remember. Whatever. I know I've missed 2 because I've been trying to do at least morning and evening before I go to bed. And I know I've missed 2. I hope I haven't missed more than that. I guess I'll find out when I edit how much I missed. So whatever I missed, I'm sorry, and I will try to do better. It's just some days, I mean, I think it's just going to happen because some days there's just nothing going on. I mean, seriously, nothing going on. So unless I wanted to just sit on here and gossip about everybody, and I'm not going to do that, then there's just not much to say. So anyway, we're going to go see the kids. Well, Keely and Zach saw Austin yesterday. Now I really want to go see Alex and Tabby and the boys. I miss everybody. And it's been, well, we've seen Alex, I guess it's been probably about a month since we've seen Alex because he came by one day. But he didn't have Tabby or the boys. It was just him. He was helping Austin and he came by to borrow our trailer. And anyway, so we haven't seen Tabby and the boys in a couple of months. I'm not sure. It's been a while. So it's time. I miss them. I want to see them and stuff. So, and I talked to him the other day and everybody's doing good. I know I told you that I talked to him, but I can't remember if I told you that Maxton won the 2nd place in their science fair. And he's real excited. He did a really cool project on spider silk for bandages. It was a really cool, it looked really neat. He's pretty proud. Everybody's proud of him. We're all proud of him. So anyway, all that to say, I want to see them next. That's, we've got to figure out something to go see them. So anyway, I may drive up one day because they're not too far from Jeremy at work. So it might be a better idea if I drove there and met everybody and we met one night for dinner. That might be a better thing. I don't know. We'll figure something out, but we will see them at some point. Anyway, that's it. I'm going to quit talking and I will see you back this afternoon. It's hot out here and I put a sweatshirt on. I'm thinking I might have to go change because it's muggy. I don't know what the temperature is. But it feels like it's definitely in the 70s. It looks colder than what it is. So I think I'm going to go change my shirt before we go eat lunch. I got to go put some makeup on and do something with my rat's nest here. So anyway, I love you and I will talk to you this afternoon. Hey, Mom. I hope you had a really good day. We had an eventful day, I guess. I actually had gone to bed and then remembered I have not finished this video. I have not finished a video this would make the 3rd day if I went to bed, and I thought I can't do it. So I got back up. It is 9:46 Sunday night. So I got to be up at 4 a.m. So I can't keep this too long. But so today I was supposed to work in my garden, get my chicken run done or my little chicken tunnel thing done. No, that didn't happen. So we got up this morning planning on doing some yard work and then meeting Keely and Zach for lunch. Well, it was raining, so had to put that off. So just kind of piddled around the house, did a little bit of picking up and stuff, but not much. We were planning on doing that in the afternoon. Went and had lunch with Keely and Zach and then just kind of walked around a little store for a little bit. And we got back home. I think it was a little after 2, something like that. And on my way back, I thought, well, I had those few little tomato plants that I was going to put in the ground. And just had I've got some flower seeds and stuff like that I'm wanting to put out there. But there were a few things that I wanted. I wanted some pepper plants, and I knew I wasn't going to have time to start any from seed. I'm way too late to start them from seed. And so I was just going to go ahead and buy a few. I just wanted a few. I didn't want a whole lot. A couple of bell peppers and a couple of jalapenos. And so I dropped Jeremy back off at the house because he didn't want to go. And he was going to start, he was wanting to mow the yard. That was what he was wanting to do today, was get the yard mowed and weed eated and stuff. And so I said, okay, well, I'm going to I'm going to drop him off at the house, and I'm going to run to the store and see if I can find any of those little plants, and then come back home and start working in the garden and then on the chicken run. And while I'm out, Jeremy calls me and he says, hey, had some people that drove up the driveway. She had seen it online and looked at the pictures and everything and liked it, and they wanted to come see it. And so he told them, he said, well, my wife's not home. If you can give us about an hour, she'll be back, and we can get the dogs out and everything so you can come look. So he called me. I came running home. I mean, the house wasn't bad, but it was, I hadn't swept or mopped anything in just the main rooms, the kitchen and the little room that we stay in over here and all. And hadn't made the bed. All the windows are closed in the back there where we sleep. And so, it was just, it was going to take me a good 30 minutes or so to come home or to run through and get everything done. So I got home, and when I got home, I had 40 minutes to get everything done. And I found several little things that I'm like, oh my gosh, I wish I had realized. I worked right up until those 40 minutes were done. And I was sweating like crazy. And so we loaded the dogs up real quick and got them in there. And now, we're supposed to walk them through. They're not coming with a realtor or anything. We're going to walk them through. But we put the dogs up just so that, because they'll bark. And they won't bite or anything, or they never have. But they'll just be in the way and bark, the whole time. So we put them up. And so got all that done and got the dogs loaded up and everything, and waited and waited and waited. They never showed. I was so mad. I'm like, who does that? It just made me so mad. I don't know why anybody would do that. To come all the way up here. They were here and said, yeah, they'd be back in an hour. It was kind of odd to me that they would drive up and expect a house to be shown immediately anyway. Just because it's for sale by owner, any house, you call and you make an appointment. And even when something is online, unless it's an empty house, you generally have to give at least an hour or 2 hours notice. There's some people that request a 24-hour notice to show their house. So anyway, I was aggravated. I think Jeremy was too, but I was so livid because I'm like, we had so many things to do that we had planned to do, and we stopped everything. So by the time it was done, both of us were hot and tired, and we had to clean up. So we got the whole house cleaned up and everything. And we're in there trying to put on some halfway decent looking clothes to show these people through the house and everything. So we had kind of freshened up a little bit. And by that point, it's like, I don't want to get out there and work in the garden. And then it started pouring rain. So needless to say, absolutely nothing got done in the yard today. I have the plants sitting on my porch. I'm just hoping that I can get them in the ground. I may have to do it just one day after work. I don't know. I may have to do just a little at a time, but I can't wait too long. Oh, excuse me. I can't wait too long. The tomato plants that I got they're pretty good sized plants already. So, it was just a frustrating day for the afternoon. The rest of the day went fine, but it just aggravated me so much. It's like, how rude is that? Not only just to show up and expect the house, and I don't mean that to make it sound like they were rude. Jeremy said they were very nice, very polite, but still, he did walk them around outside and everything. But he knew the house wasn't ready. Honestly, it didn't look real bad, but I had a few dirty dishes in the sink. Our bed wasn't made. Like I said, all the windows, we keep all the windows in our bedroom and stuff closed. And so there was just little things, and then we've got 3 little dogs, so the dusting and sweeping and stuff is what took the longest to get it all done. But I just want to make sure I don't have a dirty pair of underwear laying in the floor, or like that, the dirty dishes in the sink and stuff like that. Anyway, but just to show up and, make plans and, yeah, give us about an hour and we'll be ready. And then not show up. No phone call. Our number is out there on the sign. They knew that. Anyway, I'll shut up. I'll quit griping. But I was really aggravated. So anyway, we didn't do anything else. We actually went through a drive-through. We had McDonald's. That was not our first choice. We have not eaten. We were talking about it. I have not eaten McDonald's in years. Years. I don't know how long it's been. And Jeremy's probably about the same. I don't know if he's, we pulled up to McDonald's and they asked what we wanted to order. And I'm like, we need a minute. We don't know. But our first drive-through choice, which we don't have many drive-through choices here, the line was so long. And we were both like, oh, I just didn't want to wait there. So we left and went across the street to McDonald's. So anyway, so we came home and ate McDonald's and just did nothing. And sitting there and watched TV for a little bit. And watched it rain outside. It rained pretty hard there for a little bit, and I got a warning on my phone saying that we were under a severe thunderstorm watch and that hail had been reported in the area. So I guess I'm glad we didn't get any here, but the wind did pick up for a little bit. I think it says we have like 2 days. I think we have 2 days, tomorrow and Monday and Tuesday. Yeah, I think that's what it showed. Monday and Tuesday was pretty clear, nice days, and then rain all the rest of the week. So, but it didn't look like stormy rain. I'm hoping not. So I'm hoping that on Monday or Tuesday I can get my plants in the ground so that the rain can help water them and get them pretty well established. That would be nice. So I hope your day was better than mine. Not that the whole thing, I don't mean to say that. It really wasn't a bad day. It was a bad couple of hours, and only because I had a bad attitude. So I better quit. But other than that, we had a good day. We had a really good visit with the kids, and got to see my Charlie. She's a little hoot. She's a busy little kid. Busy, but she was so happy. She had her princess dress on and her princess bow in her hair. So she was very happy. And little Benjamin's just growing like a weed. He's grinning and happy all the time. And Maddie, she's so calm. She just takes everything in stride. She's just got one of those really calm, peaceful kind of attitudes, but anyway, we had a really good visit. We just sat and we went to a little hamburger place, and it's a hamburger place that has lots of pickles, and they have these barrels of pickles over on the side, different flavors, and so you can go over and get little cups of whatever pickles you want, and they have one that's a sweet and spicy or something like that. I love that. It's so good. And I am so not a pickle person. I don't care for pickles at all. And they have one that's ranch, and it's got a really good flavor, but they are so salty. I think the salt gets to me more than the sour does, but that was fun. We had a real good time there, and then went over to a little, I actually thought it's one of those, kind of like what would that be like for you? Here we have one that's called an Atwoods. It's a little bit of kind of like a Tractor Supply, I guess. A little bit bigger Tractor Supply. I forgot what the name of this place. Cowboy Headquarters, something like that. I can't remember. Anyway, it was in Athens. And so we stopped by there because I thought they had a garden center, and I was looking. I knew I wanted some of those pepper plants and stuff, and we got done eating and thought, well, we'll just go walk through a store together. And they didn't have a garden center. So, but I did get me a couple of really pretty flower pots. I'll have to show you those because I bought them to plant some of those avocados in. They're not very big though. I didn't get real big ones, so I know I'm gonna have to transplant them again. But what I really want to do is plant them in the yard. But I don't want to plant them here, especially if the house sells. I don't want to do that. I want to be able to take them with me. So I'm going to put them in planters for a little bit and let them get bigger in that. So I'll show you those, because that was another thing on my agenda today, was to get those planted, and I didn't even get that done. So anyway, but we walked through that store, and it was okay, but so expensive. They had a clothing section over there, and I don't know what it is about cowboy type clothes, but they're just so expensive. Maybe I'm cheap, but they had a really cute shirt that, but it was just a really simple, just a simple little shirt. They wanted $50 for it, $48, and maybe I'm just cheap, but I just couldn't do that. But it's pretty stuff, some really pretty stuff. Maddie found some boots that she just really, really wanted. They were pink. But anyway, that's what we did. We just kind of walked around. We had a really good time, and we bought a few things. I bought the flower pots there, and I don't know. Keely and Zach picked up something. I don't remember what it was. It was a toy for the puppy and something else. They got a couple of things, but anyway, they got some Chico sticks at the store. Do you remember those? They were standing there. They were, at the register with all the candy and stuff up there, and Maddie has never had that. She didn't know what that was, so they got one of those to tell her. I said, it's like the inside of a Butterfinger. Just doesn't have the chocolate on it. That's what it reminds me of anyway. Anyway, I never heard. I didn't ask her. I should have sent them a message and asked, well, what'd you think about the Chico stick? But she'd never seen that, so. Anyway, that's all we did. It's been really a pretty... I feel like it's been a long day. It feels like it's been a really long day, and I've gotten zero accomplished. Although my house is clean. I can't say zero accomplished. My house is clean. So I just got to keep it this way in case this happens again. But honestly, it wasn't that bad. And had we both been in here, but Jeremy was trying to finish up the yard, he had all the stuff out, so he had to get it finished. So he spent most of the time outside. If the two of us were in here, we probably could have breezed through here in 20 minutes, but when I was by myself, it took me a few minutes. And like I said, there were several things that were just laying around that I'm like, why did I leave that laying there? It would have taken me 2 seconds to put it up, but when you add all those 2 or 3 seconds here and there, it added up to a little bit of time when I didn't really have it. So, but it's done now, so I guess I should look at that. It's a blessing that it's done for the next time if I just keep it up. So, but I think I'm just going to go to bed. I'm going to try to get this video for the 3 days, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I'm going to try to get it edited and get it up tomorrow so that you're at least not waiting a super long time for a video. But hopefully I'll have a couple more here in the near future that aren't quite so boring as me just sitting and talking. Although that was the point of these videos, was to just talk to you and see how you're doing. I still haven't called you as of this video. Don't be mad at me. I just haven't. I need to sit down. I feel like I'm running all the time. And I knew I was going to do that when I went back to work. But it is catching up with me. So, but I will call you. I may even call you tomorrow night, just when I get off work. Call you and catch up. So, anyway, I'm going to go to bed. I love you. I hope y'all had a good weekend. Haven't heard anything, so I guess no news is good news, right? That's what I always say about the kids. No news is good news. So, get you a good night's sleep, and I will talk to you in the morning. I love you. Good night.